recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. One of the things that I'm really concerned about, Secretary Austin and General Milley, is that across the DOD, I continually hear people talk about divesting of things for future things, future capabilities for current. And General Milley, I've heard you say this, I learned this from you. We have to be able to fight today with the things, fight tonight with the things that we have right now. And so I see that we're talking about, the Marine Corps says they need 31 amphib ships, yet we're saying we're only going to give you 24. We're only building 9 ships, and we're divesting of 24 and capabilities. It's a sliding scale of risk. KC-46s are not coming online, not providing all the capabilities we need in a timely enough manner, but yet we're talking about divesting of the KC-135s. So we continue to divest in things. The same thing with the Slickum. If we have another capability that provides that same thing in the same region, then we need to do that. So listen, I know everybody's heart's in the right place, but I just think we have to be very careful. Now we have a war with Russia and Ukraine, and relooking these things to see, do we have the capability? Should the world ask that we fight 2 wars on 2 fronts, whether that's ships and current capabilities or refueling aircraft? The other thing I'm extremely concerned about, Secretary Austin, and I think this is something you can fix, is our merchant marine fleet, our ability to move ships, troops, equipment, fuel, all kind of logistics. We keep pushing that. That's not just a Navy function. It's the Army that has to have those goods. It's the Marine Corps. And so we really have to look at this, and we have to invest in our merchant marine fleet to be able to get us what we need when we do it. What are you doing to get our merchant marine fleet set at a DOD level? Because I can tell you the services are always going to say the other one needs to pay for it.
We have not invested invested any monies in this budget towards a merchant marine fleet, but you make some good points.
But we need to, you would agree that logistic chain, I mean, the reason the Russians are getting their tail kicked in Ukraine right now is a logistical failure. And if we don't plan to do logistics, I promise you, it will not happen. I want to go back with KC-135s. Are you willing, General Milley, Secretary Austin, to relook the divestiture of KC-135s until we have adequate capability to refuel to both Indo-PACOM and also Europe? Are you willing to relook that and not divest until we have capabilities replaced?
I would be happy to relook anything in the budget that you want me to relook, and I'll take a look at that and get with the Air Force and make sure that I clearly understand the divestiture logic and the production rates of the KC-46.
And then I just really hope you will relook the ship plan. I mean, the Marines say they need 31 amphibs, yet DOD says we're only going to give you 24. And I disagree with the chairman a little bit on this. We do have the capability to produce those ships, but it's about keeping the workforce engaged and making sure that we have a timeline and we don't change that every year so that they can plan out to having the right industrial base at the right time. So I hope we will get, I haven't seen a ship plan in 2 years from the Navy, and that is one of the requirements that they're supposed to do. We need that in order to do our job.
Thanks, sir. That's forthcoming. And also, they've done an amphib review, and that's forthcoming as well. And once that's done, I think we'll have greater insights into what the Secretary of the Navy really believes the requirements are. I would just point to the fact, and I know you know this, that we're investing $2.6 billion in amphibs in this budget. Amphibs are important. There's no question about it. We're going to make sure that...
Mr. Secretary, and I hate to interrupt, but I got 1 minute and I got one more question I really want to talk about. I really just hope you guys are the advisor to not just the president, but to the nation in making sure that we have the right risk of fighting today versus future capabilities that we have to win future wars. And I just hope that we'll relook some of those things. Final point I want to talk about, there's a little bit of movement right now, and I just ask that both of y'all weigh in on this. To make Gold Star families, to include a Gold Star to make them someone who dies in service. If I die of a heart attack while I'm doing guard drill, my family is not a Gold Star family. I shouldn't get a Purple Heart for having an ATV wreck downrange. That is not to denigrate anyone from not doing that. We love all our service members, however they die, but I really hope you'll look hard at making sure our Gold Star families are Gold Star families who are lost in combat.
And I am doing that, personally doing that. And today is Gold Star Spouses Day, Gold Star Family Day, by the way. And there's nothing probably more important or sacred than to make sure that we honor those fallen in combat in the defense of this nation. So I am looking at that.
Gentleman's time has expired.